So hello everybody, this is Bill Bittner from IBM. Our next session here is another sponsor update. In the previous session, you got to meet Andy Hartman from Mainline. Now you're going to get to meet another member of the team there, Marianne Eggett. So with that, I'll turn it over to you, Marianne.
Thanks, Bill. My name obviously is Marianne Eggett, and my title is Solutions Consultant, but I actually wear many hats. I'm also the business partner manager for the relationship with SUSE. I've been with Mainline for 19 years, and prior to that, I worked for IBM for 6 years. So welcome you all to the ZVM workshop. I hope you're having a wonderful time listening to 2.5 days of informative sessions about ZVM, Linux, and ZVSE. For those of you that have stayed on the webcast from Mainline's presentation, Linux and Z and the Crypto Express cards given by Andy Hartman, my colleague, thanks for staying on. For those of you that are just joining, welcome to the presentation on Mainline Information Systems. My goal during the next half hour is hopefully that you'll pick up a few points on how Mainline is involved with our customers and how we're involved with helping to ensure IBM stays strategic in our enterprises. So Mainline here, we are different from most of the presenters that are at the ZVM workshop here. I will not be presenting any products. Instead, I'll be talking about our people skills and how we have helped our customers successfully achieve their goals. So I'm starting out with the recent accolades that Mainline has received. Briefly looking at this list, you can see that Mainline is not just a Z customer, but we span the whole IBM product line. And really much more, HPE, Dell EMC, Cisco partnerships, and Mainline is one of Red Hat's and VMware's large remarketer in the United States. So we really pride ourselves in our team's innovations, such as an example of enabling a video surveillance system for the city of Beverly Hills. But on to the next slide, because this is really our our IBM Z story. And I will start out with our 2020, where we are named as the Beacon Award Most Innovative Solution. So we're proud that we received this award with helping our customer on innovative solutions. One of our customers really struggled to meet the demand of an ever-growing music business. Not only were they seeing significant growth, but they were faced with a joint venture. The solution that we proposed was a Z14 with DB2 to support their blockchain-like application. This platform would eventually execute about 2.2 trillion transactions annually, which included securely tracking music royalties. The growth was unpredictable and really required some planning of a flexible IBM Z implementation so they didn't overbuy or underbuy capacity. So Mainline has a capacity planning team that analyze potential growth patterns on their online and batch systems. What resulted was a solution that utilized SMT and Z14's on-off capacity on demand. So our capacity planning team conducts about 450 studies per year on approximately 300 of our customers. Going down to a beta tester. So business partners not only sell IBM products, but we actually volunteer to be the beta tester for IBM's new products. Recently, we have tested the IBM HyperProtect for virtual servers on our BPIC, which are Z14 with 5 IFLs. So IBM HyperProtect is a new offering. I think Andy made mention of it, which exploits the secure service container technology. And it is really a wrapper around the secure service container that enables you to run your containers in a tamper-resistant environment. So Andy was the primary tester here, and he provided a list of recommendations to IBM, to improve documentation, streamline installation, actually improve some of the security and fix some problems. So IBM really values that input from us. We met on a number of occasions, and this really ensures that their products are ready when they GA them. Our next beta will be the Red Hat Openshift. So this product was announced in January of this year and is delivered via the IBM Cloud Paks for applications. For those of you that aren't familiar with Red Hat Openshift or Cloud Pak, this is IBM's software division's new packaging methodology for their software products. As the industry delivers more middleware and containerized environments, this IBM Red Hat acquisition is integral to changing the software landscape. IBM middleware products will be containerized and managed by this Red Hat Openshift, which is based on the Kubernetes open source software. Red Hat Openshift functionality will be rolled out during this year and possibly into next year. So, I love this announcement. The Red Hat Openshift, it really brings self-service to the application lifecycle on Linux One and Linux NC. So our team is really looking forward to being the beta testing site for this product. Moving down to application modernization, many of our customers have initiatives for modernizing their mainframe applications. This is so critical for keeping the IBM Z strategic in our enterprises. One of our very interesting initiatives at our customer is a financial customer who has implemented an IBM IDAA, which is the IBM Data Analytics Accelerator. This product ships as an IBM Linux appliance, so it's real easy to install and installs in minutes. And it is closely coupled with IBM DB2 for ZOS Optimizer. So this customer's goal was to offload poor running queries or long running queries from the ZOS side onto the IDAA on the Linux NZ. So the IDAA consisted of 33 IFLs with 2.5 terabytes of memory, along with that unique database technology that IBM purchased from Netezza in 2010. So I'm going to jump down to the last bullet, which is, Mainline conducts many proof of concepts for our customers. We've recently run a number of POCs on IBM Open Data Analytics for ZOS, or the acronym called IZOTA. So this brings Spark, Python, and R to the IBM Z. What we're trying to do is keep the data on the Z to prevent all the enormous amount of FTPing of our data off of the Z. So in this case, much of the processing for this product, it actually occurs on IBM, on the ZIPs. And therefore, it really doesn't increase your MIPS usage. Now, when we run these POCs, they're slightly different where, the customer team is not just the infrastructure team, but it is also the DBA and the business analyst. So with this whole group, we can ensure some objectives and test scenarios that really will show off the ISOTA product and meet their goals. We have many customers that are successful with the implementation of ZOS Connect to access the Z data and the microservices that are set up on the Z. One of our experts in our company has written an ebook to actually help you understand how to plan for the API and web services implemented in this environment. And then SAP, well, what can we say? SAP is a mammoth application no matter where you run it. Mainline has helped one of our government agencies with their planning and support for a 40 IFL SAP system. This has been in production for about 8 years. Moving on to the security and cloud optimization, pervasive encryption and the use of the crypto cards are really critical for the future for many industries, including government and finance and insurance. We have some of our customers that have really jumped into this and have implemented pervasive encryption on selective data sets. And then we have many other ones that are studying it, and then a few other ones that are sort of watching this at a distance. But we believe that this is really going to be required in some of our customers in the future. So if anybody is on this webcast right now that has not heard Andy's presentation that was just prior to this, I suggest taking the time to go back to see this informative session. Not only do we have experts like Andy, but we also work in conjunction with IBM, and they have an offering called the security analysis offering. And really what the goal is to define a plan to successfully implement in pervasive encryption. So ESP customers, I'm assuming that all of you know what an ESP customer is, but it's an IBM's early ship program of their new Z technology. So I'm going to go back to the announcement of the Z14 launch, and where at North Carolina Farm Bureau was losing a battle between our Z Linux solution and an x86. So they were in a head-to-head battle for a new policy application on Z. And they had installed at that time a ZBC12, which was not keeping up with the x86 server. So the Z14 announcement was a few months off. And we knew that they were going to be making a decision on this application before that. So Mainline actually nominated North Carolina Farm Bureau. They were accepted. We installed the Z14, and the success was very successful. As you can see, the times went down to 0.9 to 0.37 per policy. Today, North Carolina Farm Bureau is a customer reference for this platform, and really they have a good story. It'd be great to listen to them. And they talk about how screaming fast the hypersockets are on this box. So going down to what's new, what's new is really about containers, I think, especially on IBM Z. when Red Hat was announced, many of our customers expressed interest in this tool. So we coordinated with many of the IBM subject matter experts, got them involved with discussions with our customers, and helped coordinate Washington System Center demonstrations. As I mentioned before, I think this area is going to be very exciting in the future. Not only does Mainline have many of our Z customers that we support, but we really actively work to bring in new IBM Z customers. Today, we have one such customer that we're working with, which we have proposed 2 Linux ones, one for production and one a CBU box. So I'm really hoping that next year we'll have them with us talking about their experiences on their implementation. And lastly, at the bottom of this page, we learned so much, not only from IBM, but actually from you, our customers. So there's so much that we want to share, and we do that by explaining what works, what really doesn't work, and what's coming down the pike. So we actively post blogs, run webcasts, even publish the ebooks to help you with your IT strategies. So, we have loads of salespeople and service people, and this chart shows a wide range of focus areas, from all the way to the left, our infrastructure services, we do network optimizations, we have application services, data warehousing, analytics, and staffing. So when we develop solutions, we not only look at the hardware or maybe the operating systems, but we look at the whole thing, including systems management, middleware software, and we really take the time to try to understand the business problem that you need solved. I want to highlight our analytics team and data warehousing team. They have deep expertise to assist with planning the best products for your needs today and in the future. We have a security practice to help plan Guardium and Z-Secure and even QRadar. Storage specialists with deep skills in backup and recovery and DR planning. But at the far right, what we do is we help many customers that are witnessing their Z staff retiring. That is where Mainline staffing services can help you. We have first a on-call 24/7 systems programming team to assist with problem identification and resolution. And we have a managed services team that really is an addition to your team that can pick up, specific daily or weekly or monthly tasks. Really, if you take a look at, what we've got, probably the only area that we don't step into is actually the application development. We don't do this alone. We have a lot of partners, strategic and a full ecosystem of partners. You will recognize many of the names. Many of them are the ZVM workshop sponsors, including the CA Broadcom, SUSE, Optica, Velocity, Synonominy, and of course, IBM and Red Hat. So really, here's a summary of who we are. We were one of IBM's first business partner. We were founded in 1989. We have about 400 employees with well over 1,000 certifications. So Mainline, we offer to you our expertise in creating successes in your enterprises. So, Bill, I'm done with my presentation.
Any questions, Marianne? Okay, well, thank you very much, Marianne.
Thank you.